What was wrong with Pope John Paul II's interfaith Assisi meetings? Weren't they just attempts to bring different Christian denominations closer to unity and to establish good relations with other non-Christian religions? There's nothing wrong with trying to seek unity with other Christian denominations and even other religions. But what that unity consists in is everyone believing in Christ and in believing in his church and submitting themselves to the Bishop of Rome, the Pope. If that what the Pope was trying to do at Assisi, then that would be fine. But in fact, that's not what he was doing. It's not even what he wanted to do. First of all, we can say it caused a lot of confusion because the impression given was that the Pope was leaving these people in their false religions and just wanting to pray together with them, or as they put it at the time, coming together to pray rather than praying together. It's a pretty fine distinction. And in fact, already, just the very fact of them all coming together to pray without changing their religions gives people the impression that everybody's fine in their religion, that you don't have to convert and become Catholic to go to heaven. And that's simply not true. That's not what the Church teaches. So already on that level, even if the Pope was trying to promote good relations with other religions, simply, then that it would have been nevertheless a great scandal, because he gives the impression that they're fine in their religions and that all religions are equal, more or less. But it's, in fact, even much worse than that, because what happened after the first meeting in Assisi in 1986, some cardinals complained a little bit about this meeting, and the Pope, to respond to them, gave a talk on the 22nd of December, 1986, because every year just before Christmas, the Pope gathers together the cardinals and gives them a speech, and sometimes it's very important. For example, Benedict XVI did the same thing. His first year of being Pope, there's a famous talk that he gave just before Christmas in 2005. Well, it was the same thing in 1986, and in this talk, the Pope responded to these critics of Assisi, and in fact, made it much worse than even what it appeared, because he explained what Assisi meant for him, what he was intending to do. And he says very clearly what he was intending to do was to manifest the profound unity that exists already between the different religions. So he's saying, in fact, where all the religions are equal. There's a unity between them already, even if the people stay outside the church, and even without even believing in Christ, there's already a profound union between them, which is a much even graver error than simply giving scandal and giving the impression that all religions are equal. There he actually says it explicitly, that there already is a profound union, and that that's what Assisi was for. If you really want to understand more profoundly this question, there's a series of books by Professor Dormans on the whole question of the doctrine of John Paul II and on Assisi, because this professor was scandalized by Assisi. He was a professor of missiology, about the question of missions, of a professor in Germany, a priest, and he investigated this question, and he wrote a series of books about it. So if you really want to understand the problem with Assisi, and it is a problem, a very great problem, that is continuing now, read these books of Professor Dorman's.